Hey, this is Shiraz just giving you a heads up that when energy shifts, I yawn and I cough. So you're going to hear that in the video. And just giving you the heads up, I'm not sick. I'm not tired. That's just how it goes. So here we go. Enjoy.
So I would love to release whatever is the limiting belief. And
Mhm.
it just, I don't know, I feel like there's something subconsciously there that's just been there forever because, I get it. And I'm definitely being more mindful of how I am getting in my own way. On the one hand, I'll say one thing, but then turn around and say something else that completely contradicts that. And a quick example, my kids go to school and we get financial aid. So I'll say to my husband, like, yeah, you're doing great with stocks. He's been day trading and stuff. It's going well. And then I'm like, but wait a minute, we have to like think about this and how's that going to affect our financial aid for the kids? And I'm like, what are you doing? You're blocking that. Um, so I'm definitely working on being more mindful, but I just feel like there's something going on that I don't know. Like I just think that there's like a subconscious belief where I kind of drinking the Kool-Aid as far as not believing in myself, not like I can't really explain it. It's because I know it's not true, like things will happen at work, for example. I use my boss. She's amazing, absolutely brilliant, just amazing. And, she's experiencing things. She ultimately recently left, just being gaslit, because I feel like she's incredibly intimidating. So all of the things I will tell her, like I was calling out everything that's happening to her, and I'm like, it's not you. You are not the problem. You're incredibly intelligent, and people are just intimidated. I feel like you're coming for them, and she'll in turn say the same things about me. And there's a lot of people that I know that like I just know this to be true. Like you're really really smart at what you do, and I feel like the same way she has a hard time believing what I'm saying about her is the same way I have a hard time believing about things, myself.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It does, but it's incredibly vague. What do you want to change in your life?
I guess I just want to change whatever is that why I have this limiting belief about myself.
And what's the limiting belief?
I'm not good enough. Like I second guess myself. I second guess my like
Okay.
I've been a recruiter forever for over 20 years. I know that I'm really good at it, but the moment somebody comes along and will challenge what I'm doing, I instead of me saying like you just don't know what you're doing,
Mhm.
I immediately look at myself like it's me
Right.
and it's ridiculous, but I still do it.
Okay. Whose story is it that you're not good enough?
Um, I don't know. I really don't know. What really, actually, maybe I do. What really resonated with me was you saying, a lot of times you can tell your kids, like, you're amazing, whatever, but you pick up what your parents have been carrying.
Hmm.
And I would imagine if I had to like pinpoint something, I would say that's where it's coming from because my mom has been through a lot.
Okay.
And I like for the first time ever in my life, I was like, whoa, maybe that's where I'm picking that up from. And I think she's amazing, and she clearly doesn't believe it.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of your mom's story that you're not good enough?
Absolutely. And I know it's not true. I really feel like I had an epiphany today with that one.
Okay. And the energy's not moving on that. What would happen if you thought you were good enough?
Um, no, that's another one. But see, that all kind of feeds into it. I'm very entrepreneurial, and one of my fears is being successful and having people under me that I'm responsible for,
Okay.
and that if I, to fail them.
Hmm.
So, so that's definitely something, like if you are successful, you have a lot to lose.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that are relying on you. So it's like a heavy responsibility that scares the hell out of me.
All right. So that's what's causing a bunch of the issues there. So this is a story. If you're successful, you have a lot of responsibilities and everyone's counting on you. That doesn't have to happen. Right? I mean, you just talk about your husband. If he's day trading and he makes lots of money, there's no one under him that he's responsible for, and he can still be successful. Right? If you start a company, then you want to do your best to make that company succeed, and you want to lead and inspire the people in the company. But everyone's life is their own responsibility. They are responsible for their lives. You're not responsible for their lives. And if you take on responsibility for every person that works for you, you're going to weigh yourself down further and further and further until you don't want to make any decision because it might be the wrong decision. And you may get sick, and your business is going to suffer. And the best way to make sure you don't have to deal with that responsibility in a business is to make sure you don't have a business. And the best way to make sure you don't build a business like that is to convince yourself that you're not good enough to start a business. So now you're safe and you can stay exactly where you are. So are you willing to step out of the story that you have to make sure you're not good enough so you don't have to be responsible for anyone else?
I yeah.
And then a slightly different thing. Are you willing to step out of the story that being good enough means having too much responsibility?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. How's that feel? Better, worse, same, or different?
It feels good.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
Stop
think,
being responsible for other people.
yeah, and kind of taking that back to my mom, like growing up, she was always taking care of everyone. Always had people, our friends live with us, her friends live with us. And, you kind of take that on too. Like you
Yeah.
just, yeah.
But keep in mind, there's a completely different energy between being responsible for everyone and choosing to help people. Because there's no choice in responsibility. It's a heavy energy and it wears on you. But you can say, you know what, these people are suffering. It's not my responsibility to take care of them, but I'm going to help them out. That's a choice I'm going to make. And that's light, and that's energizing. And they're going to feel that energy, because even if you're helping people out, if you're doing it from a place of responsibility, they can feel that heavy energy. It's like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do this because I'm a good person. I have to do this because it's the thing I need to do. And you're going to have worse interactions with them than, oh, you know what? Let me help. So stay in choice, get out of responsibility.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, this is Shiraz, and if you made it this far, please click like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. And if you would like shifts like the person in the video, subscribe to our monthly magic program. The link is in the description. You will get monthly coaching as well as emails going out to help boost your vibration, your wealth, your success, and as well as a lot of other perks. And remember, be well, be aware, and be magical.